guys, Natasha Tessier here, owner of Dwell Realty and Design. Welcome to my channel. If you want to know anything and everything about the city of Houston, please hit the subscribe button below. Click the bell. It'll notify you when I have a new video. You can call, text, email me anytime. I would love to help you. We do this every single day, helping new families move to the area and relocate. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the top 5 places families are moving in Houston. Hi there. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and leave a comment below. I'd love to know where you're from, what you're looking for, if you're just browsing or maybe you have a job change. Just tell me about you, or if you have a question, that helps me with future videos. So anyway, today I'm going to pull up my notes here and go through, and I'm also going to share my screen and get on a map, but I wanted to go through the top 5 places people are moving to in the city and why. Now there's a lot of great places to move. This is in no particular order. It's just where we get a lot of the calls for, and I will explain why, and I will kind of go through the map with you. So let me share my screen first. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen now. So the first place I'm going to go over is Sugar Land. And this is down in this area. If you can see where my cursor is, it is much closer to the city of Houston. So a lot of people like that because it's very, very close to Houston. If you want to come down to the coast where, I mean, that, you know, this is obviously Galveston, but over this way, a lot of people like to come down to what we call the Texas coast. You're closer there. It has the highest rated schools in all of the city as far as suburbs are concerned. So if education is your top priority, the Sugar Land might be a place for you. There's a town center. They have golf courses. They have master plan communities. The master plan communities often have tennis courts and fishing ponds and rec centers, even with movie theaters. I mean, it has everything you need, nice restaurants and all that stuff. So we do get a lot of requests for the Sugar Land area. Number 2 is going to be Katy, Texas. Katy is all of this area. I used to teach out in Katy many moons ago, and Katy is a great area. It doesn't have the trees that you're going to find kind of up in this area, and we'll talk about that when we talk about the Woodlands, but tons of great highly rated schools all over on pricing. So you can get anywhere from $200,000 to over $1 million. There are also some great master plan communities. I just sold a home in Cane Island the other day. What a cool community with amenities like you've never seen. Jordan Ranch. Of course you have Cinco Ranch, and that is kind of rated over one of the top suburbs in and of itself. There is Sonterra, which is like a shopping center there. You've got your Trader Joe's, tons of outdoor shopping, really cool. Cava, all those kind of places right here in Cinco Ranch. Great schools. And I think there's like 11 or 12 or 13 high schools. Katy has a $71 million football stadium. If you don't know, football is really big in Texas. Katy, and particularly Katy High School, and now a bunch of the others, are always really good. They're big 6A. They're some of the biggest schools that we have, and some of the big powerhouses for football. So if you have a football player or other sports, a lot of them, because they have so many kids to choose from, they really do have successful sports. You can get a monster house on the golf. If you're like, say your budget's $700-800, you're going to get a monster house probably on the golf course, maybe with a pool, probably with a pool. I mean, just your money goes a long way in Katy. There was flooding in Cinco Ranch, and that is my job as your agent. If you want to know, like I had a client look at a house today and they're like, oh my gosh, we love it. Well, it's in the flood zone, and it was bought by an investor, and the investor doesn't know if it did or didn't flood. Well, okay, and now you're going to have flood insurance. So that's my job. Reach out to me, say, hey, I see this house. Tell me about it. Let me get all those disclosures for you and figure out if it's in the flood zone. I personally wouldn't want to pay all the high flood insurance to be in a flood zone. So you want to watch out for that. Okay. Number 3 is going to be up here in the Woodlands. So you're straight north. Now, this is obviously a lot further into the city, you can see. So Sugar Land's closer. Katy's a little bit closer. The Woodlands is quite a ways out here. However, it is ranked over and over as one of the best suburbs in the United States. Niche.com over and over tells it it's one of the best places to live. You have everything there. You have your hospitals, which you do have hospitals in the others, but I think there's like 7 mega hospitals in the Woodlands. You've got the waterway. You've got an indoor mall. You've got an outdoor mall. You've got the Woodlands Mitchell Pavilion where they bring in big singers, Green Day, Luke Bryan, everybody, Chris Stapleton, all those on the lawn. There's always music and people riding bikes and very active. Some areas where you can have a boat and take a boat out, and you can take the swan boats out. And then you can go to a 5-star dining right there and very high-end hotels. So the Woodlands kind of has it all when it comes to a suburb. It has a Nordstrom's. The only other Nordstrom's in our town is in the Galleria downtown. So it's very, very nice. The homes tend to be a little bit older. South Woodlands, which you won't see on this map. Let me see if I zoom it in. It might show us a little bit better. So these are kind of the main areas. That's Lake Woodlands. And then south of the Woodlands is going to be Creekside, which is kind of a newer area. And then, over here, you've got your Sterling Ridge and that kind of stuff. So all those are kind of on the outskirts of the Woodlands, but and those have older homes like right in the heart of there. So some of them have been remodeled. Some still have single pane windows. So you have to be careful about that. However, and the prices are going to be a little bit higher per square foot in the Woodlands because of all that it has to offer. I think if you're in Woodlands proper, there's 12 different pools that you can belong to. There's parks. There's Brer Branch Park. You can see it right there. There's Spring Creek Park. I mean, there's just, it's heavily wooded, gorgeous, tall trees. Let me zoom in a little bit more here. There's just more parks showing up. So you can kind of see how cool the Woodlands is. Right here is where you're going to have a lot of your hospitals. Your Sam's Club's going to be on 45. One of my clients lives over in Panther Creek. This is one of the big junior highs there. You've got obviously very highly rated high school. Woodlands and Woodlands College Park is also great. So lots and lots to think about. Another part of the Woodlands that a lot of my clients are looking in is down here. That's Grand Oaks High School. It's a little bit closer to the airport, newer homes, and a really nice, like all this is new area. Okay, moving on to number 4, we're going to go down to Cypress. So let's move this down over here. Okay, so you've got 290. So all our suburbs, if you look, are all created by, major freeways. So 59 brought us Sugarland. I-10 here brought us Katy. 45 brought us the Woodlands. Cypress is here. That brought us, 290 is here. That brought us Cypress. Cypress has some really, really cool master plan communities. One of those is going to be Town Lake. You will see it down here. All the water, so you can have a boat, you can ski, tons of amenities in Town Lakes. They have a lazy river, beach volleyball courts, their own huge amenity center, and you can have a boat. And probably for $800 to $1 million, you can live on the water and take your boat out to dinner and do all that fun stuff. And then you also have Bridgeland. I'm getting ready to list a house in Bridgeland, which also has newer, highly rated schools right near Town Lake. And a lot of people love that area. And then I'm also selling a house over in this area. This is kind of Bridgeland extended. And they are going to also do another outdoor mall here, very similar to the one in the Woodlands. So that's cool because now you've got Centera down in Katy. You've got the Woodlands Market Square. And now you've got this area coming in, which is all going to be, I think it's actually up in here, all going to be a cool outdoor mall. So there's brand new neighborhoods out here going in. Cypress, I believe now has, when I was in high school, there was 2 high schools, Cy-Fair and Langham Creek. Now, I'm going to say there's 13 high schools. They all are in the same, and they're all 3,500 plus kids and all 6A. I think that the district has 110,000 kids just in the school district. It's a little crazy, but great area. And also if you'd comment below kind of what area you're thinking about, then I can also direct you. Houston's huge. I can't remember how many square miles. I looked it up the other day, but it is so big. So if you feel kind of overwhelmed, comment below and tell me, hey, I'm looking at this area. What do you think? Okay. So that leads me to number 5. This is my favorite area. This is going to be, I'm going to kind of categorize this whole, so 249 used to dead end right here. And they extended it all the way to College Station. They called it the Aggie Expressway to get you to College Station. So this is now starting to blow up. They're getting a Costco out here. Property values are going way up. I think out here it'll go up even more. So I kind of categorized Montgomery, Magnolia, Tomball, which is right here, and Conroe, Willis, all this I kind of categorized into one big area because it is spread out. And there's, like Tomball has 2 high schools, Magnolia has 2 high schools, Montgomery has 2 high schools. So those 6 schools don't even account for half of Cypress, if that makes sense. But they're all different little school districts. Why do I love it? I love land. I like a lower tax rate. I love all the trees. We live kind of south of the lake here. So we belong to a boating club where we can go out surfing any weekend. My kids love to fish. Lake Conroe, there's a bass fishing team at our high school, lots of churches, lots of prayer, it's where the Texas flag was born. So that's all, really cool out by Lake Conroe. I just saw Seven Legues. That's one of my kids' favorite Mexican places. This is a really good Italian deli where they make fresh sandwiches. This is April Sound. It's a golf course community that we belong to where my middle son plays golf. Then you've got Walden up here. All these cool things. They call these fingers of the lakes, by the way. But these are all fingers of the lake. And I just love it. Here's your Margaritaville resort. And then you've got downtown Montgomery, which is even cooler. So Pizza Shack's really cool. You just got Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Chipotle, new sandwich, Jimmy John, all that stuff out there. But then here you've got your Hodgepodge Lodge, which is one of my favorite restaurants, and it's also a bed and breakfast. You've got downtown Montgomery. It's very charming. And Tomball has this too. There's a farmer's market every Saturday. You've got the Montgomery County Wine Festival. You've got the Montgomery County Fair. There's just so much kind of small town. And then you've got also very highly rated, but smaller schools. So I think Lake Creek graduated with maybe 400, 500 per class versus 1,100 that you'll find in some of those bigger areas. So anyway, I hope that video was helpful. Just the top 5 places people are moving to. I do this every single day. I love to help. It's just me that you'll talk to. I have a person who helps me with showings if I get too crazy. And then I just have my transaction coordinator that helps me with paperwork, Megan. But really, you only work with me. A lot of these YouTubers have big teams and they just kind of rotate who gets the next lead. But that's not the case with me. It's just me. I love to help my clients through the whole deal. And so if you call, you're going to get my cell phone and you're going to talk to me. I would love to help you, and reach out anytime. It's a big city and I would love to make your transition a lot easier. I hope you have a blessed day.